Are you grabbing a handful of nuts thinking you're doing your body a favor, only to find you're still feeling sluggish, or perhaps your waistline isn't shrinking the way you hoped? It's a common picture, isn't it? We've been told for years that nuts are a superfood, packed with goodness. And they are. But here's the surprising truth. Not all nuts are created equal, especially as we get a little older. That seemingly innocent snack could, in some cases, be working against you, contributing to things like inflammation, unwanted weight gain, or even affecting your blood sugar. It feels frustrating when you're trying your best to eat healthily, doesn't it? You want your food choices to support your energy levels, keep your heart strong, and your mind sharp. The secret isn't avoiding nuts altogether. It's knowing which ones to reach for and which ones are best left on the shelf. In this video, we're going to uncover 4 types of nuts that might be hindering your health goals after 60 and, more importantly, reveal 4 powerhouse nuts that can genuinely help keep you vibrant and healthy. Stick around and watch to the very end, because there's something we'll share that might just surprise you about these tiny nutritional wonders. So, let's dive right in and talk about some of those nuts that might not be serving you as well as you think. The first type to be wary of, and you see these everywhere, often front and center in the snack aisle, are heavily salted nuts, particularly salted peanuts. Now, peanuts themselves, technically legumes but often grouped with nuts, aren't inherently bad in their natural state. They offer protein and some healthy fats. The problem, the real issue here, comes from the processing, specifically the excessive amount of salt that's piled onto them. Think about it. How often do you see plain, unsalted peanuts right next to the big bags of salted ones? The salted ones are usually much more popular. This isn't just about making them taste good. Salt is a powerful flavor enhancer. But too much of it, day in and day out, can be a real challenge for your body as you age. Our bodies become more sensitive to salt as we get older. Your kidneys might not be quite as efficient at filtering out excess sodium as they once were, and this can lead to fluid retention, which puts extra strain on your cardiovascular system. High sodium intake is a major contributor to high blood pressure, and we know that maintaining healthy blood pressure is absolutely critical after 60 for reducing the risk of heart attack and stroke. When you grab a handful of those heavily salted peanuts, you're often getting a significant chunk of your recommended daily sodium limit in just a few bites. And let's be honest, who stops at just a small handful? It's easy to mindlessly snack on these while watching television or chatting. And before you know it, you've consumed an alarming amount of salt without even realizing it. Beyond blood pressure, excess salt can also contribute to bone density loss over time by increasing calcium excretion. For many of us, after 60, maintaining strong bones is already a concern. So anything that works against that is something we need to be mindful of. The key takeaway here is not to banish peanuts entirely if you enjoy them, but to seek out the unsalted versions. Better yet, look for those roasted or raw without any added salt. It might take a little getting used to the difference in taste, but your heart and your bones will thank you for it. Moving on to the second type of nut preparation that often falls into the avoid category, especially after 60, is any nut that's been coated in sugar, honey, or other sweet glazes. Think of those candied pecans, honey-roasted almonds, or sugar-glazed walnuts you find in sweet shops or even sometimes in the baking aisle. While they might taste like a delicious treat, nutritionally, they are a far cry from the wholesome nut they started as. The moment you add a significant amount of sugar to a nut, you're essentially turning a nutrient-dense food into a candy. The healthy fats, protein, and fiber are still there. Yes, but they come bundled with a load of added sugar that your body simply doesn't need. And frankly, can struggle to process effectively as you get older. Excess sugar consumption is linked to a whole host of health problems that become more prevalent after 60. It can contribute to chronic inflammation in the body, which is a root cause of many age-related diseases, from arthritis to heart disease. It can lead to weight gain, particularly around the middle, which is notoriously difficult to shift and carries its own health risks. Perhaps most importantly, regular intake of added sugars can wreak havoc on your blood sugar levels. For those managing or at risk of type 2 diabetes, sugary nuts are an absolute minefield, causing sharp spikes and subsequent crashes in blood glucose. Even if you don't have diabetes, these fluctuations can leave you feeling tired, irritable, and craving more sugary foods, creating a vicious cycle. You might be reaching for these sugary nuts looking for an energy boost, but you're likely setting yourself up for an energy slump shortly after. The fiber in nuts helps slow the absorption of sugar, which is one reason nuts are generally considered healthy snacks that stabilize blood sugar. But when they're coated in pure sugar or syrup, that benefit is significantly diminished or canceled out entirely. Instead of getting a steady release of energy and nutrients, you're getting a sugar rush followed by a crash. It's like taking a powerful engine, the nut, and pouring sand in the fuel tank, the sugar coating. It just doesn't work efficiently. So, while those candied nuts might look appealing, especially around the holidays or at a special event, making them a regular part of your diet after 60 is a habit best avoided for the sake of your overall health and well-being. It's about making choices that truly nourish your body, not just satisfy a sweet craving for a moment. Continuing on our journey to identify which nuts might not be the best allies for your health after 60, let's talk about nuts that are part of those pre-packaged snack mixes. You know the ones I mean. They often contain a mix of different nuts, maybe some seeds, but frequently also include pretzels, crackers, dried fruit which is often high in sugar, and sometimes even little crunchy, fried pieces that aren't nuts at all. While the nuts within the mix might be okay individually, though they are often heavily salted or roasted in oil, the overall package presents several challenges. Firstly, the portion control goes right out the window with these mixes. Because there are so many different textures and flavors, it's incredibly easy to just keep reaching in and eating far more than you intended, consuming excess calories, salt, and sugar without even thinking about it. It's designed to be highly more-ish. Secondly, those extra components in the mix, like the fried noodles, cheese crackers, or sugary dried fruits, significantly dilute the nutritional benefits you'd get from eating just the nuts. They add empty calories, unhealthy fats from frying, and lots of added sugar and salt. You think you're having a healthy nut snack, but you're actually getting a mixed bag of processed ingredients, many of which contribute to inflammation and metabolic stress. It's like ordering a salad but getting it loaded with sugary dressing, croutons fried in unhealthy oils, and fatty bacon bits. The healthy part is buried under layers of not-so-healthy additions. These mixes are often designed for maximum palatability, which often translates to high levels of salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats to make them addictive. After 60, our metabolism tends to slow down a bit, and every calorie we consume counts a little more. Filling up on calorie-dense, nutrient-poor components from a snack mix leaves less room for the genuinely healthy foods your body needs. Instead of feeling satisfied and nourished, you might feel bloated or experience energy dips. So, resist the temptation of the convenience of these mixes. If you want a mix, it's far better to create your own using plain, unsalted nuts, maybe some seeds, and a small amount of truly unsweetened dried fruit if you like. The fourth type of nut preparation to approach with caution, which might be less common in standard Western snack aisles but is prevalent in some cultural foods and international markets, is deep-fried nuts. This could include peanuts, cashews, or even other types like broad beans or chickpeas that are prepared by deep frying and often heavily seasoned afterwards. Any food that undergoes deep frying absorbs a significant amount of oil, and often these oils are not the heart-healthy kind. Frying at high temperatures can also degrade the oils and produce unhealthy trans fats and other compounds that contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. While the original nut itself contained healthy unsaturated fats, the deep frying process can transform these fats and add a large quantity of less healthy saturated or trans fats. Consuming foods that are deep-fried regularly is detrimental to cardiovascular health, contributing to higher cholesterol levels and an increased risk of heart disease. The high calorie density from the absorbed oil can also easily lead to weight gain. Furthermore, the intense heat of frying can damage some of the delicate nutrients and antioxidants that make nuts so healthy in the first place. It's taking a nutritious food and processing it in a way that strips away many of its benefits while adding significant drawbacks. For instance, broad beans are healthy legumes, but deep frying them and adding salt and flavorings turns them into a snack food that's high in fat and sodium, not a nutritious bean dish. When you're looking for a healthy snack after 60, the goal is to choose foods that provide maximum nutritional benefit with minimal downsides. Deep-fried nuts, unfortunately, fall heavily into the downside category due to the added unhealthy fats, calories, and potential damage to beneficial nutrients. It's like taking a perfectly good piece of fruit and dipping it in a vat of hot oil. You've ruined its inherent goodness. Avoiding these types of overly processed, fried nut snacks is a simple step that can make a real difference in reducing your intake of unhealthy fats and excess calories. Okay, so we've talked about some nuts and nut preparations that are best kept to a minimum, or ideally avoided, especially as we focus on supporting our health after 60. But please don't let that discourage you from enjoying nuts. As I mentioned earlier, nuts are truly nutritional powerhouses when chosen wisely. Now, let's turn our attention to the good news. The 4 nuts that are genuinely fantastic for your health and can provide wonderful support for your body and mind as you age. First up, the mighty walnut. These brain-shaped nuts aren't just a visual cue for their benefits. Walnuts are incredibly good for your brain health. What makes them stand out? Walnuts are one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid ALA. Omega-3s are essential fats that our bodies can't produce on their own, and they play a critical role in reducing inflammation throughout the body, including in the brain. Chronic inflammation is linked to cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. So, incorporating anti-inflammatory foods like walnuts is a smart move for keeping your mind sharp. Studies have shown that regular walnut consumption can improve cognitive function, memory, and even protect against age-related mental decline. Beyond the brain, the omega-3s in walnuts are fantastic for heart health. They can help lower bad cholesterol levels, reduce blood pressure, and improve the health of your blood vessels. But the benefits of walnuts don't stop there. They are packed with antioxidants, including polyphenols, which help fight oxidative stress, a process that contributes to aging and disease. They also contain melatonin, which might help improve sleep quality, something many of us struggle with as we get older. How to enjoy them plain? Raw or dry roasted walnuts are best. Sprinkle a handful on your morning oatmeal or yogurt. Toss them into a salad for extra crunch and nutrients. Or simply eat a small handful as a snack. A typical serving is about an ounce, which is roughly a quarter cup or 12–14 whole walnuts. Just remember to choose plain, unsalted ones to get all the benefits without the drawbacks of added sodium. Making walnuts a regular part of your diet is like investing in the long-term health of your brain and heart, a really worthwhile investment after 60. Next on our list of healthy nut heroes are almonds. These versatile nuts are packed with nutrients that are particularly beneficial for older adults. Almonds are an excellent source of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells from damage. Vitamin E is important for skin health, immune function, and may play a role in protecting against cognitive decline. They are also rich in magnesium, a mineral that's crucial for hundreds of bodily functions, including muscle and nerve function, blood sugar control, and blood pressure regulation. Many people, especially as they age, don't get enough magnesium from their diet, so snacking on almonds can help bridge that gap. Almonds are also a fantastic source of fiber and protein, 2 components that make them incredibly satisfying and helpful for weight management. Eating a handful of almonds as a snack can help you feel full for longer, reducing the urge to reach for less healthy options. This steady energy release is much better than the sugar rush you get from less healthy snacks. The combination of healthy fats, protein, and fiber in almonds also makes them good for blood sugar control. They have a relatively low glycemic index, meaning they don't cause sharp spikes in blood glucose levels, which is beneficial for everyone, but particularly important if you're managing or concerned about diabetes. Furthermore, almonds contain calcium, which is vital for maintaining strong bones. A key concern for many after 60, particularly women. While they shouldn't replace dairy or other primary calcium sources, they can contribute to your daily intake. Enjoy almonds raw or dry roasted without added salt or sugar. Add slivered almonds to stir fries, sprinkle them over vegetables, or simply keep a small portion in your bag for a healthy on-the-go snack. Again, portion size is key. Stick to about an ounce, around 23 almonds as a serving. Almonds are like little nutritional powerhouses that support everything from your heart and brain to your bones and blood sugar. Incorporating them regularly is a simple, tasty way to boost your nutrient intake and support your health goals. Now that we've explored the fantastic benefits of walnuts and almonds, let's continue our dive into the nuts that truly support your health after 60. Third on our list of healthy nuts are plain, unsalted pecans, often associated with sweet pies and desserts. Pecans in their natural, unprocessed state are nutritional gems that often get overlooked. While they are higher in fat than some other nuts, it's primarily heart-healthy, monounsaturated, and some polyunsaturated fats. These fats are crucial for maintaining healthy cholesterol levels and supporting overall cardiovascular function. Pecans are also packed with antioxidants, even more so than walnuts or almonds according to some research. These antioxidants, including various forms of vitamin E and polyphenols, are powerful fighters against inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. Think of them as tiny warriors protecting your cells from damage that contributes to aging and disease. Pecans also contain a good amount of fiber, which is essential for digestive health, helping to keep things moving smoothly and preventing constipation. A common complaint after 60, fiber also contributes to feeling full and helps regulate blood sugar levels. They provide important minerals like zinc, which is vital for immune function and wound healing, and thiamine, vitamin B1, which plays a role in energy metabolism. While pecans are calorie-dense due to their fat content, eating them in moderation, again, about an ounce, roughly 15 to 20 halves as part of a balanced diet, can be incredibly beneficial. The combination of healthy fats, fiber, and protein helps with satiety, meaning a small handful can be a very satisfying snack, preventing you from overeating less healthy options later. You can add plain pecans to hot or cold cereal, sprinkle them on salads, mix them into yogurt, or simply enjoy them on their own. Just make sure they are plain, unsalted, and not candied or covered in sugary syrup. Choosing plain pecans is a simple swap that allows you to tap into their impressive antioxidant power and support your heart and digestive health. They offer a delicious, slightly buttery flavor that makes healthy eating a pleasure. Finally, let's talk about the fourth powerhouse nut for those over 60, pistachios. These vibrant green nuts are not only fun to eat, especially the in-shell variety, which can slow down your eating and help with portion control, but they are also incredibly nutrient-dense. Pistachios are a great source of protein and fiber, contributing to feelings of fullness and supporting healthy digestion and blood sugar control. Similar to almonds and pecans, what makes pistachios particularly special is their rich content of certain antioxidants, including lutein and zeaxanthin. These aren't just fancy names. They are carotenoids that are particularly beneficial for eye health. As we age, our eyes can become more susceptible to conditions like age-related macular degeneration. Lutein and zeaxanthin accumulate in the retina and help filter out harmful blue light, acting like internal sunglasses and protecting your vision. Including foods rich in these compounds, like pistachios, is a wonderful way to support your eyes as you get older. Pistachios also contain potassium, a mineral important for maintaining healthy blood pressure, as it helps balance out the effects of sodium. And they provide vitamin B6, which is involved in many metabolic processes, including nerve function and the formation of red blood cells. They offer a good mix of healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. The act of shelling pistachios can also be quite mindful. It forces you to slow down and pay attention to what you're eating, which can prevent overconsumption and help you feel more satisfied with a smaller amount. A standard serving size is about an ounce, which is around 49 kernels, making them one of the lowest calorie nuts per serving and providing the most nuts per ounce. Especially when shelled, look for plain, dry roasted, unsalted pistachios. Add them to your trail mix, sprinkle them on top of soups or stews, or enjoy them as a smart, colorful snack. Choosing plain pistachios is a delicious way to support your eye health, heart health, and overall well-being, proving that healthy eating can be both nutritious and enjoyable. So, we've explored a few types of nuts and nut preparations that might be best to steer clear of after 60. Things like heavily salted peanuts, sugary coated nuts, those convenient but often unhealthy snack mixes, and deep-fried varieties. The common thread with these is usually the processing and added ingredients that strip away the inherent goodness of the nut and pile on excess salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats. But on the flip side, we've discovered the incredible benefits of plain, unprocessed walnuts, almonds, pecans, and pistachios. These four are true nutritional powerhouses, offering healthy fats, fiber, protein, vitamins, minerals, and powerful antioxidants that specifically support brain health, heart health, bone strength, digestion, eye health, and overall vitality as you age. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about making better choices more often. Swapping out that bag of salted peanuts for a small handful of plain almonds, or choosing plain pecans instead of candied ones, are simple, actionable steps that can add up to significant health benefits over time. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight. Start small. Maybe introduce walnuts into your breakfast routine this week, or keep a little container of plain pistachios in your bag for when hunger strikes. Your body is remarkably resilient, and giving it the right fuel can make a huge difference in how you feel and how much energy you have to enjoy your life. Feeling frustrated about navigating healthy choices is understandable, but armed with a little knowledge, you can make decisions that truly serve you. These four healthy nuts are not just snacks. They are allies in your journey to staying active, sharp, and healthy after 60. They offer delicious ways to nourish your body and support your well-being without the downsides of their less healthy counterparts. Don't underestimate the power of these small, mighty foods. They can be a key part of maintaining your independence, energy, and quality of life for years to come. What did you find most surprising about the nuts we discussed today? Perhaps you didn't realize the impact of added salt or sugar, or maybe you learned something new about the benefits of walnuts or pistachios. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Please share them in the comments section below. Your insights can be incredibly helpful to others in our community. If you found this information valuable and empowering, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us know what content is most useful to you. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. That way, you won't miss out on future videos where we explore more simple, practical ways to live your best life at every age. Making informed choices about what you eat is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. Embrace these healthy nuts. Enjoy their deliciousness, and feel the positive difference they can make. Live your best life at every age.